hope everybody enjoys knock as much as I do, because every vehicle I buy seems to systematically upload itself to the dyno every time.
Hey, can you give me a lift home?
He snapped it, cleaned it off. I don't reckon it's worth the risk. Of the Jesus.
Because I think that goes f***ing well, to be honest.
Yeah.
It does seem to be extremely lively.
This is the thing with older cars, because there's a lot less to them.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but he's used to them,
I'm
though.
used to them.
Yeah. But that's it, if you're...
Yeah, but you didn't call Pete's making 370 foot-pound either, did you?
No, I know. I don't know. It feels well.
What's your butt dyno saying? Volvo Jeebus.
Hell, I hate all that.
Go, well, you're the one that's posed the question.
I'm posing the question because I'm thinking it's going to do a little bit more than what I'm expecting it to do.
Well, what are you expecting it to do?
I mean, we're aiming for 300 horsepower.
So you're reckoning a little bit more, like 310? Why don't you want
I want someone else's opinion so I don't look like a complete idiot.
Well, I haven't driven it.
I don't know.
292 is what I'm guessing, but I am guessing.
All right, let's find out. It feels well.
Feels well.
Yeah, it
Feels well.
feels like a lively car, especially considering it's got 17s on it as well, not like 15s and few other bits and pieces. It's fairly long geared, like it goes.
Okay. Well, let us.
Certainly just left a Corsa for dead. I mean,
A Corsa, what, 1.2?
pardon?
1.2?
Is that me?
Is that you? What, the oil that's under that leaf that you just strategically placed there?
There's nothing under that leaf.
What does the leaf hide?
That wasn't me.
What about the bit that's in front of it,
I
though?
don't think it was. I honestly don't think it was me. It's one of those cracked out bangers you have.
Crapped out banger? What are you talking about? Where every Volvo owner belongs, on their knees, checking for oil. On the upside though, mate, at least it's a Volvo, innit? If there ain't no oil under it, there ain't no oil in it. Was it you sweating power, or was it not you?
A bit of everyone, I think.
Bit of everyone. Yeah. Strap. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Are you hiding?
So I've got a customer who's into his standard Volvos. Every time I go around and see him, he always gives me a lecture about, I don't know why you have to modify them, they're perfectly good as they are, and why didn't you just buy one of them T5s, they're fast, aren't they, and all this stuff. Okay, yeah. And I took, because I had to do some test driving of this, and I took this out to see him at Haysborough, and I took him down the road in this, and he was just like, he goes, oh, it's bloody quick. All that is when you fit the bigger 3-inch airflow meters, because they're a percentage bigger, they move the fuel cut up by a similar percentage.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Yeah, it's just ECU trickery.
It's old ECU trickery, and I think a lot of people don't like it because it's not modern.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, like we've said, there are...
It's got its limitations.
Without sounding critical, there are better ways to do things that give you more control, but the whole point is it works. That is the long and short of it. It works, they make more power, so it is what it is. And I think a lot of people don't, they may not like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like it because I like doing the standalone stuff, but the thing is you've got to appreciate it for what it is. That's the reality.
My problem around that argument that he was giving is to remove the fuel cut on an otherwise stock car, i.e. stock math, stock injectors. As he quite clearly pointed out, the car will make 14, 16 PSI and it will hit fuel cut. And that's about all the turbo can do, that's about all the injectors can do. So getting some chips and putting them in there to remove that fuel cut
it doesn't make a lot
is
of sense.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is you're going to blow the f***ing car up. One boost spike,
And it is done.
and it's done.
No,
you know what I mean? So you're removing the one safety net that you have got. Yes, by all means, chip cars, but don't chip them. Never chip a stock car to remove the fuel cut.
No, I understand that, yeah.
Because why is the fuel cut there?
Yeah.
It's literally there for that reason. So, yes, the airflow meter and the bigger injectors will move the fuel cut, or the airflow meter alone will move the fuel cut up. I think it works out about 26 psi the fuel cut is then at.
Wow.
But you don't need to worry about it because it'll never hit it, because you're well within your scope. Once you've got the green injectors in at 20, as you can see, at like 24 psi, they'll make 300 horsepower,
Right, yeah.
and we'll still have the fuel cut in there. And yes, you can do that without the chips. This car's got chips in it, but the only reason it had chips is because the turbo's bigger, and I wanted to pull out the power for a bit longer, so it's got, as you can see, it comes on boost. It's not on boost till 4,000 RPM. So whereas, a 16T car will be on boost at 3,000 RPM, I wanted that extra 1,000 RPM and move it to there. That's why it's got chips in it. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Like, putting universal chips in a car is the same as leaving the same chips that are in it from the factory. They're both universal chips, aren't they? When you come down to it, unless you're going to go like standalone, put an ostrich in it, tune it on the thing. It's horses for courses. You get a bit more. You might actually find that loss in torque might be because it's pulling timing out, because the chips are designed for more boost, so they pull the timing out. It could be a combination of things. You might find if you took those chips out, it will make them more torque. It might be a little bit more dangerous, but you've always. It's a compromise, isn't it? It's compromising stuff, so...
For someone who doesn't know anything about Volvos, you seem to be quite knowledgeable about Volvos.
I don't know anything about
them. Mate.
I don't even like them, to be honest. Come to my house and see the line of them down
How many have you had? How old are you?
I can't remember. Some old.
Oh, how much do you weigh?
God, don't ask me that either. I've got to wait during lockdown.
You're all right.
I'm like 37. I've had nearly 60 Volvos, and that's not including customers and ones that I've bought just for scrap. So if I've just bought some scrapper and just took a couple of bits off and weighed it in, I don't count them. But
To be fair, there's a lot of Volvos we don't like them. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, most of them are scrap.
Surprised
That's what it is. What I like doing is I buy them, rarest ones possible, and take the bits off them, put them on really shit ones, like, no offence, but like base model cars, and then scrap the really good cars. And then what I've also done is got a couple of them for myself, which I put to one side of the really good ones. So when I finish scrapping all the rest of the good ones, I'm the only one with some left. It's just money making.
Is that what it is? So a lot of people would just move to a different car, but your plan is Volvo domination. Yeah. Basically, if I buy them all, they will be rare.
It's working so far.
Oh,
no, wow. I love them. I fell into them by accident, and yeah, what can you say?
So I think I've known you probably 12, 13 years. I think you've had them.
I had Volvos all that time. I probably had that first silver saloon when it was first, that very first one I had. Which was, no, it wasn't even the first one I had, because I had one years and years and years before that, and I took a massive break from them for ages. Didn't touch them.
What did you do, Saab?
I had a Saab, yeah. I had a Saab. I also had that Metro.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah, did you ever see my Metro?
No, I've never seen your Metro.
That was the most ghetto lightweight thing you've ever seen in your life. The dash literally had a whole saw taken to it. Like it was
Everywhere, though.
It was whole saw within an inch of its life. There was like, it literally looked like Swiss cheese. The bonnet, I think, had part of a shopping trolley mesh in it.
It's a dog cage, actually. It was just the edge of the bonnet round the outside, and then the rest of it was just stainless mesh. It was like the windscreen wipers had holes drilled in them. The entire boot floor was made of plastic.
Did you weigh it?
Yeah, it was 650 kilograms. It was 650 kilograms. It still had an A series in it, with a 4-speed box, and it would keep up with my mate's B series Honda.
So the heaviest part of that car was you?
Was me. Yeah. Two people could pick up the back end of it like that. There's some pictures of it somewhere.
For God's sake.
I'll find some.
Fun times.
Yeah, I had some things, and then I saw one on
some stuff.
I saw one and bought another one, and I've literally not been without them since.
Glutton for punishment. And you've not built one that's got 608 horsepower yet?
When I've got some more money, I shall.
Okay.
I've got a load of bits to do it. I've got the engine there. I've got the rods. I've got all the bottom end bits and pieces. Got the inlet manifold. Pete's got to weld up the throttle body onto it. I have got an exhaust manifold flange, and I've got a cheap eBay manifold to copy up. I've just got to get all the right connection bits and pieces. Got a HX35 hull set to go on it.
Genuine one?
Yeah, proper one. I've got an 8 valve and a 16 valve. I've got big hand.
So what do they, engine internal wise, what do they need to see that power? Obviously rods, but what else?
Rods.
Just rods?
Yeah, they'll do it on stock pistons. They'll do 800 horsepower on stock pistons. There's one out there that's got stock inlet manifold, stock exhaust manifold, a worked head, a precision 62, 68, or some big boy precision, like a decent one. Is it precision?
Yeah.
No, it was I tell a lie. It's one of those Paul Warner S series. Yeah, one of those on.
I was going to get an S200 for that.
Like I say, rods in it, headwork in it, and it's like 800 and something. It's done in a 240. In Sweden, they make some mad power out of them.
Ayy, one time like, two time like.